Okay, so this video is going to be about how to get Black Frost in Persona 5 Strikers. In order to unlock Black Frost, you need to complete a mission where you defeat him in the shadow.
Are you double checking
Halt,
the request?
Strutting Little Imp. Now, the thing about Black Frost is his boss fight is just, difficult in general. There's not really a good strategy, I guess you could
wish
say,
to browse the end?
to
Please
beating
take a
him. He's weak.
Is this okay?
As you can see, I already beat him. He's weak to bless damage, nullifies curse damage, strong against nuclear, drains ice, and nullifies fire damage. Now, I didn't really go into this battle with like a specific persona that you could use. You could use King Frost if you already have him, but he's quite the grind, considering you have to get a level 40 Jack-o'-lantern and level 40 Jack Frost just to fuse him in the first place, so maybe he's not the most reliable plan, but he does drain ice, so that is very helpful. So if you already have him, maybe just use him for this fight. Now, like I said, Black Frost isn't too much more trouble than the other bosses. The thing that sucks about him is actually fusing him in the first place, and I'm going to go over that for a little bit. So in order to fuse Black Frost, you need a level 45 Jack-o'-lantern, a level 65 King Frost, and a level 45 Jack Frost. Now, I don't think I need to tell you that Jack Frost and Jack-o'-lantern aren't exactly high-level personas to begin with. You'll probably find them, at least Jack-o'-lantern, like at level 5 or something, and same thing with Jack Frost. Maybe you'll get more lucky, like level 20 or something, because he's in Sapporo jail. So, getting these guys up to level 45 is a nightmare. Do not grind them with just XP and stuff, that's just not going to cut it. It's going to take way too long. What I recommend doing is having the bond skill that increases the drop rates of masks when defeating personas.
Let's see.
This will help a lot. It maxes out at level 10. What this does is exactly what it sounds like. It makes it so masks drop more often, masks and personas. The reason this matters for this strategy is because when you get rid of personas, when you delete them, you get persona points, depending on what level they are, if they're high level, blah blah blah. As you can see, I'm getting points for getting rid of these personas, because I don't need them. Now, the part of the strategy that comes into play when leveling up these personas is the more masks you get, the more persona points you can get. And with these persona points, you can use them to level up personas. You go here, click level up, you can use these persona points to increase their levels. And that's what you're going to want to do with Black Frost and Jack-o'-lantern. It's just way easier than grinding. It's pretty much impossible to grind their levels on XP alone, trying to get them to level 45. So what I recommend doing is just using this strategy, increase the bond skill to as high as you can get it, get all the personas that you don't need, just get rid of them, so you can get as many persona points as possible. And that's the strategy I recommend. That's what I did, and as you can see, I already have Black Frost and King Frost, so it works pretty well if you ask me. Now back to Black Frost. I'll show you where his boss fight is, and then just maybe a few tips on how to fight him to Shibuya jail. You don't need to use a checkpoint or anything, he's just right at the entrance. So before we go, I'm going to explain the party layout. Who I recommend using for this fight is Sophia, obviously. You're going to want Sophia in your team because she knows bless moves. Now when you get her to max, she doesn't learn heavy medium bless damage to a wide area, but she will know heavy bless damage in area foes, and that's good enough for this fight. Now for Joker, a good persona, I guess, would just be someone that knows heavy bless damage. I have Dominion here. You can see, knows Kugan. So as long as you have someone with that, I mean, you're good. If you can get someone that nullifies ice damage that can learn the bless move, I'm not sure if I don't think I've found a persona like that yet. But if you do, I suggest using them. But let's go on to his location. Just gotta click explore jail.
Okay, we're moving out.
And Black Frost will be right there. He'll just be in the middle of the street. Just standing right here. He'll be a big, strong shadow. I think he's carrying a rocket launcher in his hand. But, you know, typical boss stuff. Make sure you have a good healer, you know. Morgana could be a healer. You can even have Sophie as a healer. Although, her healing skills aren't as advanced as Morgana's and Makoto's when they level theirs up. She still only knows moderate healing damage or healing moves. Unlike Morgana, once you get him to a pretty decent level. Same thing with Makoto. So, she could double as a healer. Maybe just have some like health boosting items or something. That way she does a little bit better of a job at what she's supposed to be doing. These shadows are gonna attack me. Okay, just had to deal with those guys real quick. But I mean, besides that, there's nothing else really special you need to know about. Be careful with his ice damage, obviously. He does lots of ice damage. There's also a move where he'll bend down, scooping up like snow and stuff. And he'll just start chucking snowballs at you. And if you're not careful, he can just stun lock you with that. You could maybe get out of it by opening the persona menu and like hitting him with a super effective hit or something. But it will do a lot of damage to you and will probably freeze you. So just be wary of that. Have lots of revive items, SP items. Make sure you have a good bless damage dealing persona and Sophie in your party. And I think that's all the information you need to know. So hopefully this helps. And bye.